Greetings dear students, welcome to my class. In the previous 3 videos we discussed about present tense, past tense. Altogether 4 tenses were discussed in a clear manner. In this video we'll learn about future tense. So future tense is an action that talks about completely future time. And future tense is divided into 4 tenses. The 4 tenses are simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. Let's learn all these 4 tenses. Dear students, the first tense is simple future. The simple future is an action which takes place in the future and expresses completely the second part of if clause, the first type of if clause. And before we'll learn more about in examples, you should know where to use the helping word will and shall. Will is basically used for the first person singular and plural, which obviously will or shall indicates promises, determination, threat or ordering, something like. Shall is used for the rest of persons singular and plural. Remember dear students, at the present generation, at the present time, shall is not exclusively used. In the place of shall, people are using will. And which means whenever people use sentence in the future, they are obviously trying to use the word will. So that is widely accepted. The structure of simple future tense is subject plus shall or will plus V1 plus object. For example, one thing dear students I would like to tell you, future tense is not widely used, which means in the place of all these 4 future tenses, people use only one tense, that is simple future. If it is like future perfect continuous tense, in the place of future perfect continuous tense, people use future tense only, the simple future only. In the place of all 4 tenses, 4 future tenses, people use only one tense. And if you are very good at using all these tenses, I request you to kindly use all these tenses perfectly. If you use all these tenses perfectly, the listener who listens your language, your communication, your English feels you are good at using English. And say you are command over English. You have command over English. Okay, let's get to learn examples. I have the first example. I will do homework for you. I'll not do your homework. So it completely, clue word or keyword is not given here, but completely when the word will is given in the sentence, you have to believe it is given in the future tense. My friend will come home tomorrow. And one thing dear students, my friend will come home tomorrow, my friend is going to come home tomorrow. Both tenses are used in the future tense only, but the structure is the second one is given the future tense, the third one is given the present continuous tense. Only structure is different. Structures are different, but the meaning is same. My friend is going to come home tomorrow. That can be used in the future tense. And this can be used in the present continuous tense for the future purpose. She shall invite everyone for tea party next week. She will invite everyone for tea party next week. That is what people use instead of using shall. I'll finish the course in 3 years. He shall pick up after college. He will pick up after college. This is how people use he will pick up after college, not he shall pick up after college. So using shall becomes a little difficult. Using will become very easy. Hope you understood the first tense. The next tense is future continuous tense. Future continuous tense denotes an ongoing action in the future at some point of time in the future. Structure is subject plus shall or will plus be form, be plus verb 1 plus ing plus object. For example, he will be watching television at this time tomorrow. Tomorrow what will he do at this time? At 7 o'clock, at 6 o'clock, at 5 o'clock, he will be watching TV. So it is an ongoing action at particular time in the future. This sentence can be used in simple future. See, he will be watching TV at this time tomorrow. He will watch TV at this time tomorrow. People use he will watch TV at this time tomorrow. The next example, she will be attending meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. She'll be attending interview at 10 a.m. tomorrow. She'll attend meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So the time when you use she will be attending meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow, people feel you have good command over English. I'll be waiting for you. I'll wait for you. So this is the difference. The next tense of future tense is future perfect. Future perfect tense denotes an action which will be completed by a certain time in the future. Yeah, you have to understand by this. An action completely completes in the future. We are talking about the future action completed present. The structure is subject, shall or will plus have plus V3, past participle form plus object. So for example, he will have stayed at my home 3 weeks by tomorrow. If tomorrow comes, by next day, you have completed 3 weeks, which means, so this can be said in simple present only. He'll complete 3 weeks tomorrow. He'll complete staying at my home 3 weeks by tomorrow. So basically, 2 clues you need to find in it. By, for, after. He will have stayed at my home 3 weeks by tomorrow. You will have completed BTech by 2024. She will have grown trees for 6 months by next week. See, you feel it is a little difficult to use these sentences, but believe me, use them. Practice them. Use in day-to-day life. You will enrich your grammatical structure. You will get grip over tenses. The last future tense is future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense denotes an action that began at some point of time in the future and continued some point of time in the future, and that may complete it or that may not complete it. But it is a continuous form in the future, started in the future, continuing in the future. The structure of this tense is subject plus shall or will plus have been plus V4 plus object. I will have been pursuing PhD in next 3 years. What will I do? I'll complete PhD in 3 years. This is how you can tell in simple future tense. But when you have to tell in perfect continuous tense, I will have been pursuing PhD in next 3 years. By the end of next 3 years, I will have to be completed PhD. Next example. They will have been constructing the dam for 10 years by next week. By next week, 10 years will be completed of constructing the dam. Try to understand it in a clear way, dear students. Instead of using simple future, try to use these all future tenses. In this day-to-day generation world, people forgot the next three tenses, the next 3 future tenses. Instead of continuous, perfect continuous, people use simple future. Only one future tense. Maybe after 10 years, the future tense will be concluded or will be concluded by only one tense. Dear students, all 3 tenses have been completed. Hope you've learnt by 50%. The other 50% of learning you have to do by your own self. and I'll send you an exercise, or I will send you an assignment. I will send you homework or task in another slide, in another video. Complete it by your own. Thank you, dear students. Stay home, stay safe. Have a good day. Happy learning.